Hi boys and girls, this is our math lesson for Thursday, July 16th. Today we're going to be talking about place value, and we're going to watch a short video first before we get started.
Hello kids, and welcome to the Place Value House. Today we are talking about ones and tens. I have here a Place Value House that has spots for ones, tens, and hundreds. We will only be talking about the ones and tens today. Here we have the tens and ones places. There are rules in this house that have to be followed, and one of the rules is that you can only have one digit in each room. A digit is any number from 0 to 9. Let me show you what I mean. Here is the number 2, and this is one digit because there is just one number. Let's look at another number. This is the number 20. Can you tell me if this number has more than one digit? Yes, the number 20 has 2 digits because the 2 is a digit and the 0 is a digit. Uh-oh, we cannot put both numbers in the ones room. We have to split them into each place. This is still the number 20. We just have the 2 in the tens place and the 0 in the ones place. Now that we have that rule out of the way, let's look at some place value blocks. Here is a ones block. This ones block is worth 1 and is represented by the number 1. What if I add more ones blocks to the ones place? How many ones blocks do I have now? I have 5 ones blocks. Great job! We can see the number 5 above the room, and we are not breaking the house rules because we still have just one digit in the room. Now let's add 4 more ones blocks. How many blocks do we have now? Can you count them for me? We have 9 of the ones blocks. Great job again. But wait a minute, another block just moved into the ones place, but something is wrong. I think I know what it is. We have reached the number 10. Because we have reached the number 10, we have more than one digit, and we are breaking the rule of one digit per room. Now here is the really cool part that I learned the other day. Watch what happens to the blocks when there are 10 of them in the ones place. All of the 10 ones blocks stuck together to form what we call a tens block. This is a group of 10 ones called a 10. Why do you think we call this a 10? We call it a 10 because this tens block is made up of 10 ones blocks. You guys are awesome. When we had 9 of the ones blocks in the room, we had no problems, but once we reached 10, we had to form a tens block. The tens block is now in the tens place and not the ones place. In the tens place, we are only allowed to have groups of 10. That means we cannot have any ones blocks in this room. If we look at the number above, we see a number 1 in the tens place and the number 0 in the ones place. We have to remember that the 10 in the tens place is really 10 ones blocks that have grouped themselves together to form a 10. This is some amazing stuff to learn. Let's look at another one. Here we have 4 ones blocks, and they go in the ones place. Now count with me as we add more ones blocks to the room. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here comes one more. Once we have 10 of the ones blocks, we have to group them into what? We group them into a 10. Great job! This is a tens block. Can you tell me which room a tens block belongs in? It belongs in the tens room. You guys are amazing at this. We now know that when we have 10 ones blocks, it is grouped into a 10. The number 10 means 1 10 and 0 ones because there is nothing in the ones room. Wow, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for helping me. Come visit me again real soon. Goodbye.
Okay, so let's continue what we just learned in the video. And that is, if we draw our house, remember our rooms can only have one digit per room. The video started with hundreds, which you will add on once you go into and are in second grade. So today we're just going to use our ones and our tens room. And just like the video showed you, our ones room is first, our tens room would be second. Let's take a look at the number 39. Like you saw, if you filled up your ones first, here, instead of being on top of each other, I have a group of 10 that is side by side. So once we put 10 ones in this house, we know we have to move over to the tens. And here we have the number 3. So that is going to be 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. If you count up all your tens, you get 30. You know that the 3 has to go in the tens digit, the tens house. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. The 9 ones can stay in the ones because we don't have a higher digit. Let's take a look at the summer base tens paper we have over here. And it says 39, like we put here, but it says read the numbers in each box, count and color the base 10 blocks to match, and answer the questions for each number. So we have 3 in the tens house, 9 in the ones house, so we know that we need to color 3 tens. Then you would color 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you checked that in the house, you would see that you have 3 tens, 9 ones, and altogether that makes 39. When we Zoom together today, later on in the day, if you have any questions about this, we will cover it, and we're going to talk about it again on Monday. I hope you have a nice weekend.